7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They run again with Dowdle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle, 36 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And they'll fake the jet sweep, but instead give up the middle to Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
32.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Bobby Brown on the tackle.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And it's complete to Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
1st and 10. Monday. Omaha, remove.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go.
We're just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Let's go now. Let's go.
On the run, it's Dowdle. Evades the tackler, and now some space. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Byron Young there on the stop. Second and 10.
At the Rams' 29-yard line.
Set. Hut. Ready.
They run here with Dowdle. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Down. 10 black. Hut.
Now Young. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On the move past the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Stafford. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just take.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Davante Adams from 21 yards away. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Blue striker.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he comes back with one complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Young. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
280. 570.
Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
250.
First down, Rams.
Now it's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Back to throw, Stafford. Complete, Smith has it. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A gain of 14.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to let it go again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Big 20. 10.
Here's Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Now here's Young. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. for the lead. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Yellow, 22.
Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
22.
On the counter, here's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's a gain of 2. And the Rams.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Stafford. And this one too low.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Lady. Zebra.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now it's Stafford. And that's caught by Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
This is 1st and 10.
16 yards. And the Rams first down.
What do you got? Lady.
Stafford now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First down, Rams.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Set. Lady. Stay 50. Stay 50.
Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Yellow 80! Stop!
Again to Williams, running right. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
13.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now.
Young. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And now it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
70. Set. 250.
He'll look to throw. This is Smith with the ground. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Rams have won the game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it.